The first type of button that we would want to add to our Coda form is known as an event button. An event button will become the type of buttons that we want to create for all the different types of clips that we'd like to mark within our Coda form. Comparing this to sports code, this is the equivalent of the code button. We can add a new event button just by clicking up here at the top, which will then add a new button to the top left here. We then can start to move it around and change the position for where we'd like it to be placed. We also can use the bounding boxes to resize the button how we'd like. And we can double click in here to rename the button. We also have the option to go into the inspector. And in the first tab here, we have the option to rename and a number of other settings available at our disposal. Once we have our first event button created, we have the option to Command-C, Command-V, copy and paste to create another event button. These two possession clips, or event clips, essentially will work based on pressing the button to start and then pressing it again to stop it. The next example we can have creating different types of event buttons is a type of clip that we always know what duration we want to exist for that clip. The example I give here is a shot clip. If I go into the inspector, you'll see that we have an option down here in the middle that says lead and lag time. Regardless of sport, usually leading into a shot, we know how much before that shot occurs that we would like to see in that clip. We also usually know how much after that shot occurs that we'd like to see as well. This is where lead and lag come into play. Let's say, for example, I always want to see the 7 seconds before that shot occurs, so I can put a lead of 7. And then I want to see the 5 seconds after that shot occurs. And now it will always create a 12-second clip around that moment. Now that we have these three examples, we also can choose to position buttons to layer on top of each other. You'll see if I put these buttons here, I can right-click the button, and I see that I have options to now move and send this button to the back or backward, and then forward as well. Lastly, within the inspector, the second tab allows us to also customize the appearance of this button if we choose to do so.